The Frontline with Kyerematen, only on CTV. The Frontline with Kyerematen, only on CTV.
Court's ruling over Speaker Bagbain's application have sparked a wide range of condemnation across the divide. The latest is the chairman of the National Democratic Congress, Johnson Asiedu Nketia, weighed into the controversy and warning members of parliament on the NDC ticket not to honor any reconvening and the certificate of urgency. Speaking to party faithfuls in Western Region, Mr. Nketia said the Chief Justice should rather take up the Speaker's seat and steer the affairs of Parliament. Meanwhile, former President John Ajikum Kufuor's recent public comments of endorsing candidate Alhaji Muhammad Bawumia as the next president has also sparked some political controversies. Tonight, my guest, Mensah Thompson, Executive Director, ASIPA, joins me shortly for some views, perspectives and analysis of the above issues. Folks, we're coming to you live from this very HQ of CTV studios and of course across dozens of stations picking the feed, including our very own in Sunyane 88.1 FM, and we're live in Western Region on Tadi 99.1 FM, and of course London GOB is picking it on YouTube, is picking it on TuneIn and modernghana.com. Still on GOB, pick it up on www.gobtv.tv plus Apple Music. We're live tonight on Information Superhighway on my CTV GH, YouTube, Facebook respectively. My CTV GH, very simple, my CTV GH, and then you pick it up on YouTube, Facebook, plus the interactive segments on the WhatsApp line 020-297-3461. All messages will be read. Folks, tonight we're bringing you this very special edition, as you know, and then of course the Executive Director of ASIPA, Mensah Thompson, joins me shortly, and tonight we're going to do some very analysis, some perspectives and analysis and some views about this standoff between Parliament and the judiciary. And of course, you know, this very standoff is refusing to go now. We are barely left with 17 more days to go to the polls. Parliament is or has not yet reconvened. Again, it begs the question, what is it that Parliament can do within this very shortest possible time, including approving some very fundamental bills like paying government workers, and then also pass some very significant bills, other taxes or whatever it is, so much loads before Parliament. How would Parliament get all this done? Again, the situation again begs the question, would the 8th Parliament of the 4th Republic end in a stalemate? Now, if it does so, the question is, between now and the midnight of 6th January, crossing to the 7th, what will happen? Folks, let's begin to think and make a sense of this all. That where we are and the current state of Parliament, you know, the pre-position now, between now and next January 6th, as this Parliament would have to face off. I am beginning to, you know, I'm in the Alice of Wonderland, questioning myself, how would this Parliament face off? How would this Parliament hand over to the 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic? How would all this pan out? As we speak, the controversy of Speaker Bagbain's application and that of the Supreme Court's ruling continue to rage on. And I don't know how we are going to settle this issue once and for all. It still doesn't look like, hey, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And that's quite shocking, is it not? Very, very shocking, is it not? Now, you can also figure out that the leadership of Parliament, especially at the minority side, Kyerematen and his group, there are quite a fine men there who are supposed to help unravel all this, speak Jojo, get some understanding of what is supposed to be done, but it still appears that Charlie, things are not connected. And Kyerematen is still out there screaming high heavens, as if though somebody owe him that title called what do you call it, majority leader. Folks, what is really going on? Well, tonight we're gonna grill this issue and grill it well. Still on the bill, former President John Agyekum Kufuor's recent public comment suggesting that candidate Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia should win the 2024 elections and become the president. As it were, it's making some people as if though they should vomit. And former president has invited onto himself some avalanche of, some unprintable words and all of that, including that of the reaction coming from the the candidate for the Afro-Frantor Party, Alan Kyerematen, because everybody know the positioning of Alan Kyerematen and the former president, the relationship. Now, it's beginning to look like, everybody know that former President Kufuor, has Alan Kyerematen, in mind. And if all of us will recall that there were some statements earlier Kufuor made and said that count from A to Z, and most of the policies that he brought out and achieved it were policies that all got to see the light of day courtesy Alan Kyerematen. So then there can never be anything in doubt that a former President Kufuor would mention that somebody has done something remarkable, colorful, and that person must go for glory in such a competitive election like this, knowing that his beloved one, which is Alan Kyerematen, is out there. Then nothing leaves doubt on our minds that former President Kufuor should at least endorse Alan Kyerematen. Why former President Kufuor would endorse candidates Bawumia? What is going on here? These are the troubling times. And so it's like former President Kufuor has invited this avalanche of criticisms on him and all of that. Folks, we are going to go into that. Again, have you heard the status of the 4 parliamentary candidates who resigned from the MPP seat? Have you heard of them? Have you heard the information about them? There is something that is looking like the NPP is planning to give these people some money. So if you like, either they will rescind their decision or they will go to Parliament and do business in Parliament or whatever that it is. All of them are still in limbo. And we are watching closely. Yes, folks, a lot is coming. We are watching and watching closely. And tonight, we're going to figure all out. What is happening to the 4 people? Yes, we are going to figure what is happening to the 4 people. Is the MPP going to pay them? And how much? If the MPP would pay them, how much each will get? Hey, let me read this one. Osei Kwame Allen Kyerematen 2024. See, good afternoon, Senior Brakweku and everyone. Mommy Kenneth says he's the minority leader of Finyomakin. Apia Julius, it's a good evening. Okay, good one. We're going. Okay, so keep bringing your messages, and then all will be read, and then we take it apart. Tonight, call a friend, call a brother, call a sister, call anybody. We're connecting the nation's regional capitals all over. We're connecting all the nation's regional capitals all over. And this is where Ghana is listening and watching tonight. Folks, let's get started. Meaning so when you're born to be anyone queen. And I do say, me ban say ya, me taking a light to say ya. You taking a light to say ya, need a cool remove a bone. And I dream come on ye, the Supreme Court standoff with the Parliament is refusing to die off. Now, the latest on this very issue, ASM, the chairman of the National Democratic Congress, Johnson Asidi Nketia, has weighed into this. Now, Johnson Asidi Nketia, so they were warning NDC MPs, under any, just a mobile on any certificate of emergency biawo so be called Parliament. Now, you bisa say, hey, and a Parliament way, how do we give a live feed to this very eighth Parliament way of the Fourth Republic? Mind you, we are now about 17 more days to hit the ballot. So how would this eighth Parliament way would face off? Because by 6th of January, and since the Parliament will exist, and to send a nyoma ebeko ama Parliament way. How do we resolve this impasse way? Making government edumekuo I wo as a so monso ye pass you may be brave editor including budgets now ye de be running next year no e se be passes our budget no so see no dien ye ba be ye dien and the Parliament we all ye no enti sa anadwo no on the 6th of January 2025 sa Parliament no transition be ko saying Ghana for mumi ni bibi hu sa transition e be ko saying what kind of a life, what life are we given to this Parliament, this 8th Parliament of the Fourth Republic? What life are we given? And as you remember, Hosea, and Adri, brace yourself, a lot is coming. Now, former President John Ajekum Kufuor making some public statement, to be recent public statement. Now, Omampenia kasa ma afi kasa no. Akwen se ne kasa na ekopie se Ghana fo na en consider se ye beto abano anase the next president so obedi Ghana so no should be why candidate Alhaji Mahamudu Bawumia. No. But this comment way did not go well or go down with some of the political aspirants, and more especially Onwa Nedoba Bakon Allen Kwadwo Kyerematen. Mameka say Ura Kwadwo Kyerematen din sembie biguha Jack Anoche, and goes further to challenge former President Kufuor. Say Omrambe disclose further his knowledge base of knowing Bawumia to be who in the NPP. Christ me. Menya cold since when? About a week now. Na ebe bebre anadwi special report to be there. Now, maybe say a question said the 4 MPP MPs no more. The 4 NPP MPs, you know, Mami Cynthia Morrison, account one more here for a day and a more bang the MPP 4 person mutu on sa MPs, you know, 1 year 3, sorry. A day and a more MPP 4 person mutu home. Report to be on Medeba. Mr. Messiah Nadri, brace yourself. And the program and so ye and no sonko. But Mensah Thompson, ye executive director, Emma Asipa, joins me shortly. We're coming to do some in-depth perspectives, views, and analysis about the issues a group also and better about the standoff between the Supreme Court and Parliament and former President John Kufuor commented on any Munsem. Folks, WhatsApp and be for 020-297-3461. 020-297-3461. You're back in kind of the amount on the screens over there. Now, my main from Ghana speaks in fast. Tonight, Ghana speaks in. Of course, it is Ghana Speaks proudly sponsored by Ora Black Star 4. Ora Black Star 4 no boawa no mo do mo boawo se ubetimi nya asase kama. Asase kama ye be ka ho asema kire wi kire se. Asase no wo bi dida wo. Nemo there's a problem e was asase no. Problem na wo ho ne se. Sa asase no litigation bi wo ho o ko so entokwa. Ye pewu atweduro ekun ato ache no ma fa asase no. Nti mi me baby hu sade na de meka che one say jato ho for now. Men kokon to cause asase no. Twen na mo bra na beji sa ora blaster for asase we bia problem bia ni ho. Ento kwa ni ho litigation bia ni ho. Na de obetimi aya na say unya sa asase we ya. Obetimi de si de bia opese odisie. Ora blaster for no so aye ready say bebo ochidom em we si wodan no. Asase Ora blaster for ne tono wo office wo fanko barrier udro fanko barrier bisobia ne papa mu so a from telephone numbers na no manya arrangement na yintimi nkyerɛ ekwan abefa so beba wo office one we di nkuta wasensan agreement from 053 617 6327 and the good screen is on 053 617 6327 na bibia de na kwemu wo monsa asi bebre na ebuso se kwabenya bi wo ho kaso bi wo ho potiano denchira amasaman ensawom nina ewo it's within the capital problem bi any ho na bibia de na kwam why it's be sell wo monama na egu ho no 0536176327 na wo mono ebetu anamo esronko kama wo masasi ensuo ewo so yewo then was ensuo access road electricity nina bi woso mami yincho 70 by 100 kese no a usi wodan usi Airbnb hospitality say hotel anampo say cluster of estate obeton na wonya emfaso ho nina akwenya ewo ho watch Ora Blaster for assassin any baby a make kenken assassin ego take a listen to this.
Black Star Limited. Our lands are everywhere. It depends on the customer's preferred location. We have lands in areas such as Kwabenya, Amasaman, Kaswa, Denchira, Bruku, Botsiano, and Insawam. Our lands are very affordable and has no litigation issues. Our lands comes in various sizes such as 70 by 100, 35 by 100, and among others. We have a flexible payments plan that is 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months. The areas are well developed. No need to worry about electricity, water, and other social amenities. You can contact us on 030-2452-555, 030-2452-555, or visit our website at www.oralblackstarlimited.com. Oral Black Star, your preference, our priority.
Welcome back, folks. This is Ghana Speaks on the nation's biggest investigative magazine show, The Frontline. Well, quick one and now. Munim say Monday, last week, Monday, all up to the Friday, including, I'm talking about last week, Friday, any Monday, and then midweek. When we say, yeah, the developing stories be brave, abetuto to her. It be EFA, the Ghana Armed Forces, and the alleged coup plot. The alleged coup plotter, na ebinimu person omo ye ne te say, eye general upon pepra, and na person omo de asem to no so no, afi obi ehu say enye no kre. Rather, eye general upon pepra, and a war boa magnime bia den ye saving out. All right? And it dan chen afi another developing story, the National Security Coordinator Edward Kweku Asumeni. Ono so ye twen no ma what odin sembi aiden aba na yehu. Ono so ye twen no. Afi ye ma Kweku Asumeni ate ase se ombe yin sembi anu a what we call wire tapping. Or tape ura chei mensa bunsu enkomodie otape ya na wan tape afi ya say ora Joseph Osewusu ono so ni telephone conversation a odie no communication otape ya na wan tape omeka mu asem. Has there been any wire tapping of the following persons? Ye train Kweku Asumeni so ba be yi san seven na o mai igusu train no. But so tapio one tapio ye say that is like a coup plot on the leadership of Parliament. Enu ne lead ye ma ora chei Mensah bonsu from the top odimirika say ya bam de na konwa to ho pam tito wirem fast. Near the afenyomaki besi ho. Enu nema ane afenyomakin asama to you. To say Ghana for moon shed your man so muti bebre munya analytic of some situation. Oh say ever since Kwamina afenyomakin ehu ba semia and then the minority the majority ever since Obianiwa at the apex of the leadership in Parliament, our MPP side. I ready so person one. Any person mo bo afenyo mark na ne hwan. Eyora Katie Hamon. Na Katie nsusu de. To say the impedimfo a wonom wo Parliament wo ma ye adwuma na che. Kwame na afenyo mark ebe to wonom. They are experienced in the parliamentary business. Also they are all quiet. Then to some way, Mensah bonsu obe resolving the same. Folks, there is much more that many Ghanaians don't know. And none yesu ora Kweku Asumeni role by and a player in the decapitating the leadership of Parliament. Listen one more time. What role did Kweku Asumeni, the National Security Coordinator of this republic, what role Ben no player in decapitating the leadership in Parliament? Yes, he decapitates. Chei Mensah bonsu. If you want to put it in quotes. Yeah. And we are reading the space with a rapid speed. And you're trying to sort the response, Beba. Tonight, we have some very, very disturbing intelligence report. And so our intelligence report so Nyankopon I don't know, maybe this coming Friday, we have to unveil it. And this report is so frightening, say. The intelligence agencies of the state, which forms the bedrock of the national security. Hey, Rade. Masa, election 2024, I hope so, sir. The security of the state will not be compromised. Because the national security operatives, Lanka said, over what? Wait for me on Friday. Now, the politics of today takes us to the game plan of the NPP prior to election 2020, how they would deal with the situation of today. I say the politics of today takes us to the game plan of the NPP prior to election 2020, how they would deal with the situation of today. Ebra ye kwa to about 2020 no. Na MPP for ehye dem a wo mo hye no na wo mo dwen kwanya wo mo wi ni 2020 na wo mo de enne duewe wo mo de befa so ya me ka wote ana mpese me ma brofo no ye simple ni bi ate ase wo mo hye dem a dem wo they were planning how they would handle the situation of today in 2020. No mo hye dem wo no mo si de e wo dem wo e dem no mo hye dem e dwin kwanya enti from 2020 sanye 4 years na be ka ho hwe kwan o mo de o man ya fa so from the 2020 21 22 23 24 near way yekoto aba 4 solid years no adwen ben e no mde to omutrim susua ben e no mde to omutrim ekwan ben so no mo so mde 4 years way e ba be fa so. Don't get it twisted and don't make a mistake. They had a blueprint, not a Japadia. And ye Japadia book nkwa. By the way, a Japadia blueprint and a ye Japadia project update in the Yadeba enche. A Japadia project update eba. So take it easy. Plan bay and MPP for say one more befa. No media babe bu another amemwo. Yeah, 4 years, yes, that's what me and aka 17 more days, ma. So I'm to read quite a slim, me pomni, Nuemwa. No, Monsieur Dien, and on Mobabe. Maybe watch it, tear. Assembly ye, no, Monsieur Dien, listen carefully, Ghanaians. The baby and my bread, Ubia Kweku, send me the tape, send me this. No, Patrol, watch it here. No, Monsieur Mobabe. Take a listen to this carefully.
Mr. General, Branch Secretary, Mr. Secretary, for my fellow chairman contenders, the church of Mr. I'm your heart. I'm your heart. Now, the short. With your back, you see, I hold war. And I did war. I don't know like this. That's it. I hold on degree. And I figure I could be number. It's that I get it. I am chop high. It's a chop high. And it's simple. You do your part. You can either stay trouble. Until when I'm chairman, we will all chop nice. And all in the cake. Chop.
Mercy, I bet chop it.
It is not the one.
It's not the one.
Then the Papa Pulu. You chop the Patu.
I want to know.
Chop the Mr. General, Branch Secretary, Mr. Secretary, for my fellow chairman contenders, the church of Mr. I'm your heart. Now, the short. With your back, you see, I hold war. And I did war. I don't know like this. That's it. I hold on degree. And I figure I could be number. It's that I get it. I am chop high. It's a chop high. And it's simple. You do your part. You can either stay trouble. Until when I'm chairman, we will all chop nice. And all in the
Mensah, you better chop it.
It is not the one.
It's not the one.
Then the Papa Pool. You chop the Papa.
I
You chop the
Kukudu, yes. I said it drew there as well. Then chop time. Chop time. Into on what kind of crown a man wario at the same time. Huh? It drew chop time. Enti ye to abani we no mo kwhye edem e ma wo mo ho amo no mo bo mo ho so abaso no na de aka ni na say eye den chop time so omu ba be didi edidie onom eni chop Ghana for isika wo mu ba be didi o na o masie di aka ho dram eni ena wo wono mu ba be didi asie di chop zewan do so man ye duma papa bia 4 years ni mo ntimi mo nsa no adwuma anya papa bia odie ene adidie ewrade adidi ka ho ewrade adidie odie aduane chop all put together shake together run over eno nkwa na mo beye nyame na make on wo mo na ehye dem wo no akwaro kra ne ye de sia obi kra ase dada wo ba be chop. Folks, it does appear the situation is becoming more critical such that the 2024 general elections may experience what you call overvoting, even though voter population is said to be 18 million plus population. What? The yatin say nipa yeba beto aba 2024 the voter population ebe saying 18 million. Yeah, do what saying it's about 34 thereof. Consider error of margin. Your population around that time. But we are likely to have overvoting. It was our election. I swear to God, we are likely to see yebenya overvoting. Essentially, nibria bentia. Nibria ba ne nibria no abawo kwan ben so. This is the reason. Take a listen to this.
2024 abatuo. Yengi never true. Near you, my penny papa. Because you are not Ghana for a super million. Not Ghana for a super so many white or many white. It's in a solid abatuo, you are penny papa. And no man penny to me. Now, who am minister, the other you are the two of my sister while you were doing. Now, can I tell you? More man sending my bar one of our box. You will go to you go to yes, I'm a fool. We say a yen part of the war. That's one penny. Who police me? Who saw the young better bribe? Yanis, I'm a fool. Who better have your barricade because Ghana flows to play. 2024 abatuo. Yengi never true. Near you, my penny papa. Because you are not Ghana for a super million. Not Ghana for a super so many white or many white. It's in a solid abatuo, you are penny papa. And no man penny to me. Now, who am minister, the other you are the two of my sister while you were doing. Now, can I tell you? More man sending my bar one of our box. You don't go to you go to yes, I'm a fool. We say a yen part of the war. That's one penny. Who police me? Who saw the young better bribe? Yanis, I'm a fool. Who better have your barricade because Ghana flows to play.
'Critical. Yeah. Obi ebepie. Ensamampomu ho nya ye busy. Yeah. Ensamampomu ho nya for ba wo. And the Electoral Commission for you. The Mubetinya ya say Munko register wom. Kyerematen beto the any yamasema, but they almost they form part of the base, or is it not? Aha! A day about me is overvoted, baby. What is all Moka? Some Mampomo, as some Mokano, NMD on news in a Bremono. Yes, news in a dear Bremono. News. And some Mampomo, why you busy? President Adodankwa Akufo-Addo can cite with Ghanaians now that the economic conditions of the ordinary has worsened all-time high and agree to call for a change of government. President Akufo-Addo who said no, Oman Imoye Dine. Na Ghana for so bre wom ho and there's a need say Ghana for to omaba no mbesisa womsisa government. Said by who? President Adodankwa Akufo-Addo. Tidi Okana, take a listen.
Ghana Brasso Ebifana Mai. Say ahotire ayi wo sese. Bra Ghana for every city. Oyakopo aye kwan Ebifana say ye di ye kokoti. E ba be sa ahofero e na bread na every. Ghana Brasso Ebifana Mai. Say ahotire ayi wo sese. Bra Ghana for every city. Oyakopo aye kwan Ebifana say ye di ye kokoti. E ba be sa ahofero e na bread na every. Ghana Brasso Ebifana Mai. Say ahotire ayi wo sese. Bra Ghana for every city. Oyakopo aye kwan Ebifana say ye di ye kokoti. E ba be sa ahofero e na bread na every.
On my opinion, I can't say we minimum asem. On my opinion, I can't we. Now, some time passed too. A member of Parliament for Dome Kwabenya constituency, Adwa Safo, was absent several in Parliament until one particular period she made crash landing in Parliament. Mukai, Edru Babia, Adwa Safo, if you are in Parliament, to a year, MPP for kasa. Address of football, if you crowd the see the chief of staff, Mami Fremont Pare, the special aircraft, Nipa Bakuo, yet the aircraft every Ghana ha, Equasi, Ekofane free America de Nabahasi. Iranum. Menuntino, address of Fush America, Jose, on man net, on Mochina, Mbebois, NPP government business. Today, see the aircraft kokofana near the neighbor. Yet once I draw for a crash landing, a Parliament House. Now me be info natural. However, say what is here, so I draw for Abba and I'll call Parliament or Obekaya during the passage of E-levy near Honke Kahon. But she info way. Now she say why and original Parliament or 1990. Please, Ushe, we are for views, Ebra. Is this Adwa Safo you know, or not Adwa Safo you know? Why? Watch this carefully. Take a listen.
God have mercy.
It is what you do.
God have mercy.
It is what you do.
Folks, picture ya shey eye honorable Adwoasafo ana enyonoa. Which one is which? Mohwe ni din o. Adwoasafo ni ana enya Adwoasafo. Bayete ha asemo ye ka kire ne se ye the private jets akwa kofa na bakrom ha say. You see that one? Is somebody trying to impersonate Adwoasafo ana? Did MPP bring somebody into parliament as any panel? No, nya Adwoasafo. Eye ne kure ana nya ne kure. MPP are more parliament. But mo nse mo twe mo mutan ansa asem ne kure. E se etimi pie. No doubt, e se etimi pie. Me say Adwoasafo ni ana. Se mo nim say the Adwoasafo tie ne height ne nim ne bibia. Even though oye koko, maame we su ye koko eyono a. Very interesting times. Adwoasafo ni. Now Ghanaians, watch the face of this woman. Mushe nanim din, but can we run the video concurrent or around the picture of Adwoasafo? Na Ghana for enhwe maami or the screen is we. Na yenhwe emfoni no a owo video no me say they say maami ana. Let's begin to do the maami ne Ghana for yenya forensic kakra bi wa ha. Afi monhwe di din. Hwe maami ne posture, ne forehead, monhwe ne forehead. Hwe ne cheek. Na monhwe ne boso. Now monhwe the size of the head. Look at the size of the head. Right? Hwe ne height. By the way, can we get a motion picture of Adwoasafo? Adwoasafo is quite shorter, is it not? Yeah, I don't know if we can get Adwoasafo motional picture, motional a video or something. Can we? See that forensic no here. Hey, asembeba debi. But o de monhwe picture no e da ho no. Na hwe se maame no ogira ho no. Adwoasafo ana enyono a. And I know say a lot Ghanaians munim Adwoasafo said there or sitie. Why ena oye Adwoasafo image inti yedene ebewura parliament ho oye hwan ena otisa Adwoasafo a enu ti yedene bewura parliament ho. That falsification, who made this falsification on Ghana's parliament? Shenenim, maami nenim. Dear, ye will be biade daw, but a brain beba, and that ye we prelims. Ay, assemble ye. Okay, you'll find us in where. God, now great one, folks. Afi Monshe Adwoasafo, motion very. She's into emotional. emotional ni movement and odi gina no na mo hwe maame na ono so gina ho no on the left side na hwe say Adwoasafo ni ana say who is Adwoasafo? Who is the real Adwoasafo in this contest? Yes, Ghana for you. Monfa answers number. WhatsApp line is 02029734661. WhatsApp line 02029734661. Online for us also have joined me. Yeah, online for us the message is here. Now, my main kind message is Mama English screen is I'll say Oba your friend is saying Naneku Osikweku, you were asking about that happened in January. If Parliament does not work, then Vela will say, no, she's not the one. Yes. And then Bintu Kwanda or say imposter. And Maria Sidash or say she is not. I'm surprised that NDC is quiet about this criminality in Parliament. Elizabeth Adoyo say, asemu. Intimosha say, Mami no Gina left one Adwoasafo and I said the real Adwoasafo no that a friend is right one, which is which. Let's do a forensic audit here tonight. The person me mama share there. And then some several months ago, Adwoasafo in that mauve color and the Adwoasafo in that ash or whatever suit color. MPP. One day, Mobeka na kwa Ghana. One day, the governing New Patriotic Party, Mr. Mobeka Nukrebi, ewo memu hase. Yes, folks. Afi Monfa Enuncio, and Nemi de be prapra kwem another day. Now, so Monfa entry hone yemra fast. Former President Kufuor's recent comment had sparked rage among his peers in the party. Alan Kyerematen are reacted to President Kufuor's assertions. Take a listen to Semna Kufuor, Alan Kyerematen, or they are two journey. Take a listen to this.
I'm just a contest against Kufuor. Who said, and I said, we need election. And before, I did not to a brain. Say, what Muslim with many Guyana and Pedifor. Or would you got to every appear like a one day ago? What showed the book said the only person who could have beaten Kufuor was Alan Kyerematen. Look, at that time also for true. Yeah. Everyone. Said the only person at that time, 96 said you may be I said, Cabanero, a baby now, but the maker 96 no cry at that time. Not me, a candidate for the young executive forum. But before I made it from Gabriel, she was a young or no better, a big number because when about I'm just a contest against Kufuor. Who said, and I said, Martin, we need election. And before, I did not to a brain. Say, what Muslim with many Guyana and Pedifor. Or would you got to a brain? Appear like a one day ago. What showed the book said the only person who could have beaten Kufuor was Alan Kyerematen. Look, at that time also for true. Yeah. Everyone. Says the only person at that time, 96 said you may be glad I said, Cabanero, a baby now, but the maker 96 no cry at that time. Not me, a candidate for the young executive forum. But before I made it,
great. Alan ne responded to and 70 bina former President Kufuor or the Abeto Tone. Now, he challenged former President Kufuor to disclose his knowledge on candidates Baumia's impact on the party. Or see President Kufuor back no make church in Sebimuye. What challenging him? And how did he challenge Kufuor? Take a listen to this.
Kufuor
President Kofa say, no, we are running the Kofa free, when you Baunia, it was he's the best person for him. I'm challenging President Kofa. Say, what the drug paying at you, I may say, all the Kofa back here. And I'm the dear one about me, dear one and about me a year before. Also, what judge you beat. Yeah, nipa Mensah me fancy 3 top and I would ato insane so ati you do na ba mi aye before also cover back also ko read the paper bi wo ba bi ana enu na ye gina so e be ka say the president first word wa ba be mu my minister under your government. So I say, all son me baby minister no grano bono. O manka say my wife. So I say, President Kufuor, answer me baby minister. Say na o person na supie so kase. O nim Alan West and when we do my ya. So I say, I want me to be caution. I don't see that to be kase. O wa abem. 70% or even more of the policy here if you are. Oh, I see. For kind of idea on friends ye. And let me say, or Cocasum, my favorite. Coffee catching, President Kofa say, no, when we are running the ring, Kofa free, when you bound it was he's the best person for him. I'm challenging President Kofa. Say, what the drug paying at you, I may say, all the Kofa back here. And I'm the dear one about me a year before. Also, what judge you beat. Yeah, nipa Mensah me fancy 3 top and I would ato insane so ati you do na ba mi aye before also cover back also ko read the paper bi wo ba bi ana enu na ye gina so e be ka say the president first word wa ba be mu my minister under your government. So I say, all son me baby minister no grano bono. O manka say my wife. So I say, President Kufuor, answer me baby minister. Say na o person na supie so kase. O nim Alan West and when we do my ya.
Iranum Alan baby or the assembly do na no ordinary. Because Obin TBBS said no. Former President Kufuor se wo hwe apre a impo eba ya Emma Allan entimi ndi MPP enimu a ensem ni na dodo ne yebeka se ni na free President Kufuor Robia o play e bribi abesenko somewhere in saying 2000 and I've forgotten and I quite remember the Legon Accord one a year see wo Legon wa asotro nya ba mu 2007 mo kaya. So, etiaye won say, hey, and the former President Kufuor endorse Baumia in MPP. And I wouldn't kwanya na mo so a ebema Allen. Ebenya a lot of atamfoni enemy unto himself. So if President Kufuor would say and who need stakes bia omo, would answer a to be abeku bia. But for President Kufuor not to have endorsed Allen no kwasem, it is very, very disturbing. Folks, make a short break, me ba. Mensah Thompson, Executive Director, ASIPA, joins me shortly near the perspectives and analysis and near their top. So wait, stick and stay. Ghana Speaks. I'll be right back.
Lifestyle Limited. Our lands are everywhere. It depends on the customer's preferred location. We have lands in areas such as Kwabenya, Amasaman, Kaswa, Benchera, Bruku, Botsiano, and Insawam. Our lands are very affordable and has no litigation issues. Our lands comes in various sizes such as 70 by 100, 35 by 100, and among others. We have a flexible payments plan that is 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months. The areas are well developed. No need to worry about electricity, water, and other social amenities. You can contact us on 030-2452-555, 030-2452-555, or visit our website at www.oralblackstarlimited.com. Oral Black Star, your preference, our priority. Black Star Limited. Our lands are everywhere. It depends on the customer's preferred location. We have lands in areas such as Kwabenya, Amasaman, Kaswa, Benchera, Bruku, Botsiano, and Insawam. Our lands are very affordable and has no litigation issues. Our lands comes in various sizes such as 70 by 100, 35 by 100, and among others. We have a flexible payments plan that is 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months.
Of course, this is the Ghana Speaks extension. And in this edition, Mensah Thompson, of course, lay his analysis and perspectives on the issues about folks. But we are picking signals because the MPP for any pathway now more independent. Send a mupese come and confirm or deny that an amount of 6 million Ghana cedis equal one candidate. Obesity 6 million on or 10 million. Is it true? NPP, so 3 candidates na eco independent, Yema Baku 6 million. Baku so Yema 6 million, so on a 6 or 10 million. Is it true? Yeah, try one for answer, Samra. May can't keep to any faces. Boosted or say, please don't show the short, what, dirty peck. Akufado Satanado. No. And welcome. Valerie answer or say it's painful. I feel sorry for Alan, but God is on his side. Alan, do not worry. It is well. Boosted calls him Ghana first, not dirty politics to destroy Ghana. But no. And I say Alan Kyerematen for 2024-2018. Richard Amuzo say Joe John, go watch your comedian Baolai or whatever it is. And Sembi Kosum. Joe John, I say, why don't you follow your into quite a more messages and making I don't have time for those things. My mention nephew Mensah Thompson MPM fast. Now, we all say hello, Kweku. Anan. I'm deeply concerned about the alarming silence of the Ghana Armed Forces amidst the growing friction between the legislative and the judiciary branches. Or say, as an institution founded by the public shouldn't stay or shouldn't they be okay, what's the same message? So let me read this one. I'll say, I am alarmed by Honorable Adjoa Safo's alleged impersonation in Parliament. The silence from the National Democratic Congress NDC is concerning. Both NDC and New Patriotic Party have failed us. It is time for change. Fellow Ghanaians, let's vote massively against these two parties. For the past 30 years, we have ruled by thieves, crooks, who have no mercy for those who have elected them to power. We deserve better. Mercy. Boku. We also greetings, my brother. Still praying for the Lord's protection over your life and family. God bless you for the work, for good work. May God save our nation Ghana from these wicked leaders. It is true that those who vacated their seats are being bribed. Okay, now my guest, Mensah Thompson, Executive Director Emma Asipa, is here in the house. Mensah, thanks, bro. Wonderful. Yes. Now the issues raging. Former President Kufuor, a statesman, is out there or drain, but his recent public comments is causing some rage out there. And I'm sure say yes, Asipa Mate. What do you make of Kufuor's statement? Now Alan is also, a bit crestfallen. Say, if Kufuor earlier said, all his policy achievements as well could make reference about of Allen, then if former President Kufuor would have to endorse somebody for presidency, then automatically should be that of Allen. But then the arithmetics have changed. What do you make of this?
And then you marry. Nah, I think you're doing a great job. Your show
Thank you.
It's really, you know, breaking bounds and breaking barriers. And and thanks for the good job.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Open show back on a canocre. This show is one of them.
Thank you very much.
Continue, and just after elections, no worry.
I hear you.
After elections, no problem. Say more things.
Good one.
But,
good one.
Yes.
Good one.
Kweku.
Yeah.
Mamincha etiefoni afefoni. I haven't been on the show for a while.
Yeah.
And I've been quiet for a while. I'm saying, when maybe I'm saying, for some time now, I've been a bit quiet.
Yeah.
You know. And yet deliberate, you know. And you know, you don't know what to say anymore. You know,
overwhelmed.
You know, I mean, it's crazy. It's really crazy. You know how things have gone. You know, but we continue. We won't relinquish our mandate. We have a huge responsibility to protect and defend this country.
Yeah.
To defend the integrity of this country, to defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. And so whatever we can do, we will do. Kweku yensha semfi President Kufuor.
Okay.
Kweku yedi kind. I do not bear grudge with President Kufuor for his endorsement of Dr. Bawumia. Apart from the fact that Oye Peñeno, he's also a member of the NPP. He's like Samuel Yakase, he's like the senior most member of the party.
Very well.
And you know, Obia Obeka say, oh, and he made a mistake in endorsing Dr. Bawumia. I do not share that opinion.
Oh, really?
Yes. He has a choice as a party person to endorse the party name.
I see. That so Ghanaians must see that as a ambiguity.
There's nothing wrong with your friend is saying, Yira. Omanpenyi Dada Kufuor endorse Dr. Bawumia.
I see.
There's nothing wrong with that. Kweku niya problem.
Yeah.
Ahinicha emfata Bawumia opeso force de sheno. Eno na yene Kufuor nya adwene.
Ahinche no.
Enti Omanpenyi Kufuor say Dr. Bawumia a member of the political party.
Yeah.
Enti or not dear. Sebio, Ekoyo, and Koyo, NPP are buying no betuna ba mano. Sebi, upon check one nebabi and this NPP name over to Abamana. We don't have a problem with that. But when President Kufuor wants to carve and force a crown on the undeserving head of Dr. Bawumia, a crown that does not fit, that one will have a problem with that. So if he had come out and just endorsed Dr. Bawumia and the NPP, and could be Fino. But when you say that Dr. Bawumia is the man for Ghana, he's the person who can salvage this economy, who can face the crisis we are in, then we have a problem with you. Then we'll call you out, because that is not a factual statement. And as a statement, you, no matter what, whether it is politics you are doing or it's a national address, you have a responsibility to be truthful to the fact as a statement. The evidence on the ground does not support the fact that Dr. Bawumia is the right man for the country at this time. So why does President Kufuor want to force that down the throat of Ghanaians? For me, that's the problem. If you say, Dr. Bawumia is my choice, so Ghanaians should vote for Dr. Bawumia, we don't have a problem with that. But if you want to come and tell us that, apart from all the things we've seen, Kwaku, all the suffering, all the economic crisis we've witnessed under Dr. Bawumia as the head of the economic management team, if upon all the evidence available, you still want to come and tell us that he is the right man for the job, then you are trying to insult our intelligence.
But in all of this, does Kufuor has a choice?
Yes, that's what I'm saying, is that nobody will begrudge him for his choice. But Kwaku, why does President Kufuor believe or feels he has a temerity to even tell us
that temerity to tell
Ghanaians that, oh, we should vote for this person, that this person is good? Perhaps Kufuor himself, how was his government like?
No, but perhaps that is Kufuor's view about Bawumia's performance rated. Is it not?
You see, we have not dealt with President Kufuor. So, you see, President Kufuor have the guts to come out and speak the way he spoke. Because there is no difference between President Kufuor's Amemo and Nana Akufo-Addo's government.
Hey, Kwaku, is that the ASEP's standpoint?
There is no difference between President Kufuor's government and Nana-Addo's government.
No.
Kwaku,
Mensah, give us more perspective.
The only difference between Kufuor's government and Nana-Addo's government is that during Kufuor's time, there was no free flow of information. Social media was not there. Information flowed to the public. The media was not that, and people did not have access to information.
Including the passage of the right to information and all of that.
People didn't have access to information. Now, in fact, graphic crano, ukrom, yanfan faka mahwa, unyebi no wakai.
That's true.
Today, people can sit in the comfort of their rooms and access information, and that's the reason why people believe that Kufuor na memone ye. Kufuor memono krono Kufuor bebo ye, enye different from krono Kufuor bebo. Kwaku yenti krom ha, na Kufuor etam Ghana sika, ediko renovate ni dan a, obeka kire se cocoa farmer.
That's correct.
And the be renovate dan ni kire no.
That's correct.
Yeah. And Kufuor be hwe ye nim ka kire ye se no a danya they renovating cost at that time thousands of Ghana cedis. Odiba ene sika ma sika bebre. Osi cocoa farmer. Kufuor be pay no ka kire say cocoa farmer.
Na be renovate.
Farmer bi na e be renovate ma no na emum na nye ono. Kwaku anu kan ye jitu mi ankasa.
That statement, give me your thoughts of it quickly. Do you believe that was a lie?
Kwaku. Akra ya wona ka kire.
So President Kufuor lied.
Cocoa farmer no owusika. Ye di renovate dan conference ko sibi ma no. Sata na cocoa ye to cocoa one bag.
Bottle saying
cocoa bottle say na farmer no ton ya. Or the renovate wo dan ma ho.
Very interesting thoughts, isn't it?
Yeah, but we accepted all these things because at that time, no information flow, no people really didn't really go down to the crux of the issues. And after that time now, you're free. First time I hear a major transition because 1992, Kufuor's presidency was the first transition. And now we're a bit protective of democracy. Now you're perceived a bit degree. And now Kufuor time there, yeah. Now you're Krono Kufuor boy, the same thing the Kufuor do abeye.
Quite shocking.
Because we have not had time to deal with him.
Yeah.
Because we have not called him out. For all our money he stole to buy properties across Accra. For all the Accra lands, and so I say Kufuor started where we are Accra. I say Abansa say Kufuor time where we are nina.
Hey, Mensah, these are quite serious allegations.
The evidence are there. All state lands in Accra. It was Kufuor's time people began to encroach on state lands. People began to sell. Kufuor never tried to acquire first of all by Kufuor. Also, Minister of Foreign Affairs land from Tonto in for time. But I had an idea, oh, for time, then for time, no, then for time. There is no difference between Kufuor's government and the Kufuor's government. The two of them are the same and the same. So, but because we have not been able to call Kufuor out for the things he has done, that is why he has the temerity to sometimes come out and come and insult us this way, you know, and tell us that bondholders who have used their life savings to invest and they've lost that life savings, you know, those bondholders, you know, they don't know that this Bawumia is an economic mess and he cannot run the economy. But you Kufuor sitting there enjoying all the perks of state, enjoying, because as a president you retire on your salary. Okay,
and some head of state, yes,
we give you an office and we pay your workers. You have access to medical care. You can travel every time during the year. The state takes care of it. You don't buy fuel. You don't buy cars. You don't pay for housing. You don't pay for accommodation. You don't pay nothing. And that is why you can come and sit in front of us and tell us that and tell us this. You understand? But you have every right and every choice to select your candidate, but please don't come and insult our intelligence. We know what we are going through in this country, so don't come and tell us that somebody is a better manager of the economy. When me and you, we know how our pocket is feeling. When we go to the market, we see the escalating price of goods and services. When we go to the pump station, we can't buy fuel. When we can't feed our families 3 times a day. As a statesman, don't come and tell us that. If you admit we are in a crisis, then that's not the kind of advice or response you should give to us as a statesman. What I say, but because I say, oh, Kufuor time no kana memono na ye, oh, Kufuor kra time na bank e be chesu se Kufuor time bank am be chesu obi aso ma jebosia. Most son so do bank am be chesu obi aso ma jebosia. Eye propaganda o ma ye de ato ho Kufuor krono Kufuor be bolu krom ha. The same thing the Kufuor da beto aso. The only difference is or ebia or more escalating. They are all birds of the same feathers.
But would you say yes, now under Akufo-Addo's era, the proliferation of the mass media and then again the information flow and all of that could be that of a plus to the Akufo-Addo's government? Do you endorse that? Any
Akufo-Addo government, the internet has expanded. You know, has brought more and more access to information, and so all governments now, citizens have become more involving in the governance,
and more awakened,
more in the governance process. It's normal, you understand. But we didn't have that during the time of President Kufuor. See, if Kufuor's time we had social media, you would have seen, and the records would have been there. Because and some are making any two second Kufuor time to turn crime assassin. Kufuor time in crime assassin. Kufuor be free so omo Tongana and Accra assassin and Katie. And Sasi cantonments and Sasi omo ton be 1,500 Ghana cedis. Cantonments as Sasi Kufuor
prime areas
or ton be 1,003. Tilipa bakunu wa kabo so said or ton Katie or ton cantonments as say to send Katie. Kufuor time. Well, what is that different from how they are stealing all the state lands today? How different is that?
The fashion is not different from that.
How different is them taking over the La Wireless land and the AU village lands all over? How different is that? How different is that? And then Kufuor time the Ekopelo now, Omoko minister call hairdressing salon.
Osaf Mafo.
How different is that from what is going on today? I go forward to the document. America did brother will say he was misled. And yes, I'm not for some back and say, oh, now a company in the DC woman address, no name say hairdressing salon.
What do you think?
And you go for time. And now you say Osafo Mafo. Books I say not for sale.
They I forgot what's the name?
Books are you did buy. You say not for sale. Ebo book rechi. Osafuma for me ton book na Ghana for.
What time my Ghana for?
How different is that from an expired food or chairman crown school? No? I'm a more bonny obebu ye. Ekufa no ye minister or wabamu. Bonny audi yina no sua ye. And of chiregu or buy no buy no times 10.
And again, are you referring to the sale of diplomatic passports? And
so Kufuor's government was also full of kleptomaniacs, just like a Kufuor.
Full of kleptomaniacs. So, folks, let's take a lesson. What is this that Kufuor has said that has sparked a political rage? And many disagree with former President Kufuor. And of course, listening to the executive director of ASEPA, it does appear as no, President Kufuor has landed on rough waters, and this is not going to go out anytime soon. Folks, take a listen to Kufuor's statement.
Okay, that's what digital age. Yeah. Certain coffee, beer, moon, craft, television, Kodano. Jacoda 4 years of now. You are near President Crawford and Sabia, but remember, put if you are television, telephone, crowd, and into a kind of set in Kodana and Tintum. And Yanka Prime Minister starting from age 6. And this all is Canberra. When this can be an HSC, cash and carry, Jadi by no.
Great. And the former President Kufuor and Okase. Now, journalists from Omni could come up, but again, it begs the question: did the journalists ask the right questions? And I said, they were just maybe trying to, play with him like the the grandpa in the house. Mensah, how did you see the
journalists from Omni concert Kufuor? Really?
But you think they didn't ask the right questions?
Right questions. That's a campus and say. So Baumia, as the head of the economic management team, has supervised the city from 3 cities to now 17 cities. Okay,
the dollar no crowd
have supervised the worst economic crisis in the history of this country. On what indicators are you basing on to say he's the right man for Ghana at this moment? That is the right question those people should have asked for when he was making those assessments. Yeah. But I don't want to even belabor the point. Kweku, I want to emphasize today on your channel, and for every young Ghanaian, Ebia Kufuor memonua mehubi. Na only James Kufuor ebebu amamo papa bintina ebia na me acha no kwatenten no. There be abone for so bi nyini chepa. Kufuor bebu my bonnet, Kufuor bebu my tan. Obebu
God gives them long life.
Obebu my no, obebu my wa mebu my pa. Amemo Kufuor bebu ye no, enye different from the Kufuor abebu no.
I see.
Kufuor time enoma west. It is here. Ebi me boss kra o yembesho. And Kufuor time na Kyerematen eswa ye dress ship. Ediko see na pempo me koton ye.
But Katie has denied this.
Oh, deny what? Oba ye take commission of inquiry. Or said ne ma me yare ibisa the question ne ma me bewu. Kyerematen and this is a guy who should have been rotting in jail by now. We blame President Atamils for all these people. Kyerematen, Ekufuor.
Yeah.
Ekufuor should have rotten in jail. Ekufuor should have never had the chance to be president if Atamils has arrested him and prosecuted him for the burning of the Minister of Foreign Affairs. He should have never ever had the chance to become president. But President Mills left him. And so this is a warning to President Mahama, who is coming again, that these criminals who are gallivanting around, if you don't jail them, tomorrow some of them will become president and come and worry us again. So you must jail some of them to curtail their chance of ever having the opportunity to rule this country.
It's serious.
So, and that's why today President Kufuor can have the chance to be telling us all this. Hotel Wawa, okay.
Hotel Wawa. The famous Hotel Wawa.
There be and the bar and the same thing for the crazy cardia man about no see restaurant or cantonment side. Difference in I'm The same, the same group of people. But because we've not spoken the truth for the younger generation to realize, they say, oh, maybe I could follow, maybe oti huiche ma ye piano, na grandpa no, maybe I'll buy a papa binti na ye piano. Yes, sir. Because Ghana will respect elders. He's a statesman, whether obebu or mani you or obebu mani you, sir, or Chinabi Kufuado said, Nitina huiche ma ye piano, sir, Obia Nina Tem, because we respect our leaders as a country. But it doesn't mean so my papa bia. And so Kufuor should have that temerity. But when he wants to come and tell us that we are idiots, that what we are feeling in this country, we don't know what we are feeling in this country in terms of the economy. We don't know how worse off our lives are as a people. They will call him out. They will let him know, say, choices. Because he doesn't have the moral right or grounds to decide choices for us. Because on all by, you know, you will obey. Kufuor 8 years or better now. So the end of year. Anyway, any KVIP sir, Epic, KVIP toilets or Rijaye. Those are his legacy projects. Kufuor legacy projects here then. Who call the whole Ashanti region? The only project on book for the Kufuor emergency. The friend said, Okosi, Konfanochi Hall, Okosi an emergency center. The whole 8 years, that is legacy project. And then numerous KVIP toilets I will see here. What major infrastructure na Kufuor Dijaye? Mention one. You know, but Yenka, because you know he's an old statesman, we respect him. You know, what we're any dear or call. But what was you did one near can't mechi because who dear said that I said near Kataso.
Do you think Alan has that right or cause to say Kufuor and one can answer me?
You see, I mean, I don't want to even go into the relationship with Kufuor and Alan. I mean, it's their business, they're all NPP people. May Alan say, I blame him. He doesn't have any moral right to blame anybody. Because Alan Kyerematen is the reason why all of us are also suffering today.
Really?
2007, Legon. One chair and sign and Kufuor and Kwa, Sabri Kufuor be president. Because I'm said we will also suffer. So you also keep quiet and suffer. You should keep quiet and
Nigeria,
suffer.
Nigeria, say,
you know,
shut up and suffer.
Yeah. But you see, Kwaku, we need to be serious.
Yeah.
Kwaku, I've been traveling for the past few weeks across the country. Kwaku, I've seen poverty and hardship with my bare eyes. With, you know, with self-inflicted poverty. Kwaku, our people are suffering so much on the ground. Kwaku, it's so depressing to witness all the things that we see.
Yeah. Who are cry? Who
but when you travel out, even Accra and Kwaku, but just say it's not as bad as you know those in other places. Kwaku, I've seen for the first time poverty with my bare eyes, and sometimes it tears me up. You know, and so when I hear some of our leaders, when they have the opportunity to sit on TV to talk to the people, and instead of them sounding hope, they use this opportunity to do needless politicking like Kufuor did. I feel sad to be a Ghanaian because Kufuor had an opportunity to tell the suffering Ghanaian, to tell the youth who doesn't have a job, to tell the bondholders who have lost their investment, their life savings,
the bondholders,
to tell pensioners who can't even today can't afford their medicines, to tell them that I'm an elderly man. I know how it is to work all your life and one day somebody just take your livelihood away. And so we continue to pray for this country and hope things will get better. And that's how a statesman behave. I have so much respect for President Kufuor. I have so much respect. We were there to greet him when his wife passed. I went to visit him at home, you know, in Ebri. I have so much respect for him. But this time he got it wrong. He goofed. And I think that this is the last time. I'm not going to comment on this matter again. But it was just important that we set the record straight.
Good.
So that people get to understand. So that I know he will see this video. I know they will send it to him. He will watch it. And when he watch it, he will realize that he has a lot of reflection to do
Hmm.
So that tomorrow when he has opportunity to talk to the people of Ghana through any medium, he will be circumspect. And he will talk to us like his children, like his grandchildren, and let us know that indeed he truly cares for us as people. He truly cares for the country, and not just only interested in his political party considerations, or he's not only loyal to his political party, but he's loyal to the needs and aspirations of the people of Ghana. And that is what we expect from a statesman. And so on that note, I won't comment on this matter again.
Good. Sounds very good. Folks, Mensah Thompson, Executive Director, Emma Asepa, and Ekasa. Now, Mensah is coming to do something shortly. That's the standoff between the Supreme Court and Parliament. Now, Mensah, it's been weeks after weeks and after weeks, and Parliament still, the 8th Parliament, nobody seems to know how will this Parliament face off between the hours of 6 January 2020s, whatever, so period, no, the Ekasa Parliament, that's what TV. What do you make of this panning issue?
Kwaku, it's a matter of complete absurdity. You know, no amount of thinking makes what is happening make sense.
Makes sense, though.
Oh, Kwaku, I have the Constitution in my car. I wish I'd brought it. Article 97G is clear on the issue of loyalty to a political party. That because it's a political party that sends you to Parliament, the moment you decide to change your affiliation to that political party, that seat must be declared vacant.
Vacant, yeah.
Kwaku, 97G, there is no ambiguity with the provisions of Article 97G. Kwaku, when this matter broke, what him say, Makai Article 97G, any other provision, Makai over 100 times, just trying to look for any vagueness with respect to interpretation or any cause for interpretation. There's no cause for interpretation of Article 97G. Okay,
it's a clear thing.
Kwaku,
yeah.
This same Supreme Court, say allegiance is the same as citizenship. Kwaku, this same Supreme Court,
a serious power,
who came to tell us that allegiance,
and referencing the Chief Justice, Tokono,
that allegiance is the same as citizenship. Today, that same Supreme Court is saying that no. You know, filing nomination to contest on the ticket of another party is not a blunder on your loyalty to your political party.
Quite serious. A sharp your contrast, is it not? Very sharp.
But these people told us that loyalty, that allegiance is the same as citizenship. Even when we had gone and said, so no, you see, now we've moved from those moments of allegiance because, you know, these provisions emanated from long past constitutions, those times when we were in times of war, and that persons, you know, must swear allegiance because, you know, everybody must go to war. We're in a period of war. And so, you cannot... If you're a citizen of another country and that country is fighting with another country, we don't know where your loyalty will lie. And so we said, look, during those moments, it was convenient to equate allegiance to citizenship.
Yeah.
The world has fast moved on after World War II. We've come through the Cold War. We've seen the world evolve in a number of ways. And in so many instances, citizens have been proven to be different from allegiance.
Yeah.
And that's why when the president or a person gets opportunity to occupy a larger office, apart from swearing the oath of office, they swear oath of allegiance. Why don't we say that? If citizenship is equal to allegiance, then once I'm a citizen, if I become president, I don't need to swear oath of allegiance because my allegiance is implicit in my citizenship.
Exactly.
But when you become president, they allow you to swear an oath of allegiance. Why?
Yeah.
It means that now allegiance is disjointed from citizenship. They are not the same. But the Supreme Court said, no. Citizenship is called, just a question case. Now allegiance is equal to citizenship, whether you like it or not.
It's quite...
Now the same Supreme Court is telling us that somebody can be in Parliament on the ticket of another party, file to contest on the ticket of another party, but that party is not his lawyer. His allegiance to his party in Parliament cannot be questioned.
Quite mind-boggling.
A Supreme Court of Ghana.
About semi.
So, I think, say, Emrano, you had to tell my inina, and Emrano, you train a brofo. And I said, the Supreme Court justice, no one come on the table. Brofuni and I can be. Koku can be what you say. And not in a Supreme Court for Ankasa a ruling in several cases say. And yes, sir, Obi kind asem no Nasa or say on Tiasia, na me say in Tiasia and one intellectual interpretation. Of course, Supreme Court Bepamon.
That's right.
Supreme Court say interpretation does not arise merely because parties decide to put rivalry or conflicting meaning to a constitutional provision. But interpretation arises as a result of the fact that a provision gives rise to more than one logical meaning. It's a kind provision now. Provision, no, the same provision between my mouth, two different meanings or three different meanings.
Yeah.
Depending on how you read it. It is only that period that we say the original jurisdiction of the Supreme Court must be invoked to interpret, not to rewrite the Constitution. To interpret. You see, what is being done now, the Supreme Court is just attempting to rewrite the Constitution of Ghana. They are attempting to rewrite laws. But, Kwagu, the only arm of government that has the power to write laws is Parliament, not the Supreme Court.
That's correct.
And in Ghana, we practice constitutional supremacy and not parliamentary or judicial supremacy. So the Supreme Court is arrogating itself with powers it doesn't have.
Do you foresee that they are assaulting the Constitution overwhelmingly?
Oh, as for the Constitution, they've overturned. In fact, they've turned the Constitution upside down. They are rewriting new provisions. You see, so this ruling that they gave in the final marking case versus Attorney General, was the Speaker of Parliament and Attorney General. It's a rewriting of the constitutional provision of Article 97G. The Supreme Court have just made new laws. They've just struck out 97G.
And there's no referendum to this effect,
and made new laws. You know, you see, but
and history will repeat itself in the such circumstances.
But give meaning. The job of the Supreme Court is to give meaning to the intention of the framers of the Constitution.
That's true.
That is what when we say interpretation of the Constitution, it's not to explain what this means. The purpose of interpretation is to give rise, is to enhance the true and proper intention of the framers of the Constitution. So when you take the provision, and that is why interpretation, you look at the memorandum. So, for example, if it's a constitutional provision, or if it's any other law, they say, what was the memorandum of issues attached to the bill? The memorandum that were attached to the bill to Parliament. When you read the memorandum will tell you the instances, the scenario, the problems that existed at the time that gave rise to that law. And that will give you, that will delve you into the intention of the framers of the Constitution, of the framers of the law, so that you can go in and say, no, per the memorandum of issues and the circumstances surrounding this matter and the history and precedents in decided cases and what have you, we believe that this was a true and proper intention of the framers of the Constitution, not the intention of Justice get to talk or not.
Do we even have serious precedents in such situations?
There's so many of them. 2020. For Mina, wasn't it a precedent?
Yeah. And minim say one more vet or margin also.
It had no more MP.
That Michael Quay, Speaker Michael Quay.
MPP for, but you see, the shocking part is MPP for now. Omo, wouldn't him say? If it be judicial review in law, judicial review, they say an arm of government, IBB na ankoye. Na, yes, say yantinetino. For judicial review. Wouldn't say all the authorities of judicial review are NPP for the court? DH Mensah and Attorney General, NPP for NPP versus IGP,
yes,
NPP versus that's Inspector General of Police, NPP versus Rollins, the 31st December women's case, DH Mensah, friend is saying to for an Attorney General,
all of
the authorities on judicial review.
What side here Nina is about them?
Nina, or one they call court is the and today they are the same people.
Quite strange, oh.
Okay, they are the same people now challenging, going to court now, trying to tell a court to inquire because in DH Mensah as Attorney General, the Supreme Court ruled clearly. Satam not Rollins, Wapau, Chief Justice. NPP for Satam DH Mensah majority minority leader of Parliament. Also, President Rollins knew who say Opao. Your friend is saying Chief Justice. I know they call Supreme Court, say court, and stop Rollins from say Opao Chief Justice.
But Ghanaians, we have forgotten.
Supreme Court catch the DH Mensah say, there be your three arms of government: executive, judiciary, and a parliament. Obia on the power to appoint a chief justice, a power conferred, the duty of the president enshrined on the president by the constitution.
Yeah.
So we, the Supreme Court, cannot come and question why the president is appointed chief justice because that's not our job.
Yeah.
DH Mensah and Attorney General.
I say we see Ghana ho.
Ghana ho.
Hey.
Ni na MPP for now. Afe ene Parliament at arm of government, Parliament at now. I take a decision now. No MPP for it me atam their court. Amene. Because of politics in T. Chief Justice that you talk on it me overturning all the authorities on judicial review. But upside down. But that's not the. I don't even want to dwell on these people because
Papa.
On my bread because after say they are
confused.
And they say no one done and they say
that's right.
That's a very important
issue
to talk about.
Hit it up.
A normal be coso. With the security agencies, particularly the immigration service.
Let me sit well.
Particularly the immigration service.
Okay.
And today, I want to send a very strong warning to the Controller General of the Ghana Immigration Service. Kwaku, I am aware, say, there have been meetings going on between the security agencies and some politicians. And the immigration service, they're allowing people to swear an oath. So say, the immigration service is forcing all immigration officers to swear an oath. That whatever that they do or they are going to discuss, they will not comment on it.
This is going on, Ghana immigration.
Do you know that even immigration recruits for immigration form, the immigration forced them to swear an oath that they will be loyal to this government?
What's going on here?
In fact, they make them swear an oath. It happened in 2020. The immigration service recruits for now, recruit to They force them to swear an oath. Since when did...
And you're right.
Since then we swear... And you can't swear in an oath. And you say, taking the Bible and swearing that I'll stand by the truth, or swearing an oath to Debbie. The control... And I understand, say, Ochina meetings be because across the country. Ochina meetings be because across the country in the Ghana Immigration Service. And they do that every year when there's an election. The meeting that they are going to do to plan for providing security in the elections. And they are forcing them to swear an oath that anything they discuss in that meeting, they will not go and tell anybody, or they will not go and disclose that matter. And so after you force the immigration officers, they will not be able to talk. Tomorrow we are watching you, the immigration service. Force anybody to swear an oath today, tomorrow, and you hear from us. Force anybody to swear an oath tomorrow. When did swearing an oath become part of the job of the immigration service?
No.
The immigration job, they only swear allegiance to the Republic of Ghana,
the states.
And you are forced. Do you know they put fear in immigration officers, say, and they swear, say, asema make okay, as meeting ayebeye, some kokachira obia, minwu, and I say bibin to me. That is the kind of things that is going on in our security agencies now.
But this is quite scary, is it not? And is the Commissioner General aware of this?
So, why is it happening?
He must definitely have.
Of course. He cannot. Then he doesn't deserve to be there.
The PR
if he doesn't know
of the commissioner, CNN didn't come on, guys.
And see, ordinary meetings to plan and prepare to. When I'm saying immigration officers, I'm on the doors to check all the security agencies.
That's correct.
So all the polling stations, they are putting 4, maybe immigration officers 4, police officer 1, 3,
and that's all the line.
And the meetings, for deployment, because polling stations, they discuss other things. They allow some of the candidates to come and do their own things and discuss plans of how to compromise, how to do certain things, how to allow certain people to come to the polling station, or allow certain people to do certain things.
So, Mensah Thompson, if I'm hearing you well, what it means that that arrangement is towards election 2024.
It's towards election 2024, and they are forcing the immigration officers to swear an oath. Into a China meeting, swear oath. From a China meeting for elections, me bien and can end discuss even cannot even mention.
Hey,
since when did that become part of the immigration service?
No, we're going to put our Trojan horse.
Please don't jeopardize our security
services. No.
And they did that. You say in 2020. Recruitment, they put all the people on standby. In fact, they didn't do gun training, weapon training, recruits. And I'm catching almost say, a buy for man to my yet. That's a buy for a bar. A be mumkrata yet, Mube say, or Baby, you munamadi.
Ooh, that propaganda,
yes. No, blackmail.
Blackmail, that's true.
So as we speak, the immigration service is doing recruitment, and they are blackmailing all of them. So someone to abana NPP or moba NPP bar or
hey, this is going on.
And they are forcing all of them to swear an oath. Koko, what is going on in this country?
No, we have to follow up this.
What is going on?
Quite urgently. Wow.
Why?
Ghana Immigration Service recruitment.
How did our security agencies become this terrible? That we want to put politicize every part of our security agencies. Why? What is going on? So the Controller General of Police, Controller General of Immigrations, We are watching you these elections because all the time our attentions have been on the police and then the military, thinking that they are the ones who create the problems, not knowing that part of the problem are caused by you, the immigration. So this election, we'll be watching the immigration service with our eyes wide open.
This is scary.
And all the compromises, all the meetings you are having with the politicians, the immigration service, the meetings you are having with the politicians.
Wow.
And dedicating tasks to some of your officers and telling them that, forcing them to swear an oath that they won't disclose, and that if they disclose any of those information from those secret meetings, they will die.
Hey,
that is how bad the situation. That is how, I mean, that's how low our security agencies have sunk. Blackmailing the officers. Blackmailing the officers. And some of them are scared that truly, if they talk, they will die. So they are quiet.
Now, this is terribly bad. This is terribly
Tomorrow
bad.
we are watching them. And we have our eyes on all of you. If you force anybody to swear an oath tomorrow again, and we hear, tomorrow we'll bring you videos.
This is serious.
Why?
Very serious.
See, nothing can change the will of the people in these elections. If you still don't get where the wind is blowing, then you are not a proper security agency. If you don't know how serious Ghanaians are with these elections and how the ordinary Ghanaian want to see the back of this government, and that anybody who attempts to interfere with the will of the Ghanaian in these elections will be seen as public enemy number one.
Yeah.
So we are watching you. The immigration service, we are watching you. It's because because they are doing say obi had an attention cause police any military for so any jamo and I'm immigration and I'm more de mope and I'm not knowing say in fact you the immigration you are even now you are worse off than even the police.
Quite serious, Papa.
We used to think that
immigration force should not even come anywhere closer to elections.
We used to think that the police was worse.
Yeah. But from this intelligence,
but as we speak, the immigration service is rotten. It's rotten.
Wow.
Because they've infiltrated the service with miscreants. With miscreants.
The commissioner.
And if they joke, we will mention names.
Wow. Names.
We will mention names of top immigration officers who are involved in these shady activities. We will mention names, put their pictures online.
This is serious, folks.
See, we are telling the immigration service. The immigration service, hands off these elections. Go to the polling station, do your job, and go home. If you attempt to aid any politician to rig this election, if you attempt to aid any politician to circumvent the will of the Ghanaian people, you won't go scot-free. We are watching you with our four eyes, still feeling. The immigration service. If you people think this election is a joke, if you think Ghanaians are going to play with this election like we did in 2020, then you must rethink, because this election is serious business for all of us. It's serious business. So we are watching your every move. Me, I have my full eyes on the immigration service.
Yeah.
The recruitment that you've been doing, the mass transfers, even just last week, you did another mass transfer, needless transfer, just a few weeks to elections.
That's quite disturbing, though.
Now the immigration service is the worst of all the security agencies. They are the worst now. The immigration is the worst, and that's why our country, that's why our state of security is deteriorating.
So it means that all the element that must give equality to recruitment has been compromised.
In fact, if you see how, in fact, they've politicized the entire recruitment of the immigration service. Politicized promotions, politicized transfers, everything. They have destroyed the entire immigration service.
Mensah,
Kwaku, we are not joking in this election, so we mean serious business. So people must be careful. People must be careful, because if something happens, they will be the first casualties. I'm telling you. We are watching you with our eyes.
It's going.
You must be careful. They think we are going to joke again like in 2020 for you to come and do anything and circumvent the will of the Ghanaian people. That won't happen. I can assure you, it won't happen. So rethink and go and do the right thing. How can the security agencies be forcing each agents who are going on the ground just to provide security? It's just a simple election. Forcing them to swear an oath to a deity.
Exercise
to swear an oath to a deity that if they do anything, if they go and expose their secret gerrymandering to a third party, they should die.
Isn't this like a psychological fear factor they're trying
That's
to
what I'm talking about. But is that
shouldn't at all.
So you see how officers are on the street with no morale, very timid.
Very. This is the underpinning stuff. Folks, Mensah, clean yourself, and then, folks, a lot is happening. Now, Osha, this developing story we have, Mensah Thompson, they are Abeshimia. For me, I see it as a very worrying situation, in the sense that our security services and the security men and women, they are the custodians of this country, both the police, the immigration, fire service, customs, the military, all of them, we are custodians of this country. And their allegiance should rather be for the state and not for a political party, yet to say, Obabe Winnie, Abana, so Winnie. And that's, for me, is very scary. Mensah.
It's not even allegiance to a political party. They are just blackmailing the officers. Because they are doing secret gerrymanderings with the politicians. They are just putting fear in the officers. So they go to sit in a meeting to plan, and they force all the officers in the room to swear an oath that if they discuss even anything that happened in that meeting with a third party, they should die or they should go mad or they should...
And these are not small boys, so they are grown men.
I mean,
because of political
security
power.
agency? Are you kidding me? And you call yourself wildcat immigration officers? Shame on all of you. Shame on all of you. Is that how to keep security? By intimidating and blackmailing your own officers? Downing their morale?
Scary.
Instead of you to encourage them to do the right thing? Forcing security officers with spiritual deity. In this 21st century. Such crass service. Why? Who I'm done. So they should know we have our eyes on them. We have as for immigration, my eyes are on them 24/7 these elections. I'm not going to we're not going to stop today or tomorrow.
It is quite frightening.
We are going to watch them every step of the way, and they know. See, everything that you do, we will have it because we have our eyes on you.
Ghana Immigration Service, folks, and some I'm really quite overwhelmed to hear say immigration top officers have been asked to swear an oath and do what? These are grown-ass men. No more about swear oath, say one more them. Their responsibility is just to help navigate, protect ballot papers or ballot boxes or whatever. Even the police, if you some form of direct responsibility to protect with arms and so. I'm not quite sure say George Ekufu Dampare more swear oath. As of this evening, we heard police if no put arrangements woman be call patrol no one be media houses say protecting and no crime yen TBB. So why? And then mean TBB in the military, in the Ghana Armed Forces, no, in customs, mean TBB fire service. So why the immigration service commissioner and OSA? Well, we're going to touch base. We'll definitely find a way to touch base with the immigration officers on the SAR report where Airway, how are they going to deal with that report? Because a very, very disturbing and very troubling. We can't have a security agency like first immigration. Nenipa no a god be then folks. And that's very, very unfortunate. Now, remember quickly, Mensah Thompson, the last rapper, but let me read this message. I'll say, good evening, Kwekwanam. Former President Kufuor is the one who destroyed Ghana cedi, making the 1 cedi equal to $1. Him and Bawumia conniving and destroying Ghana cedis by then. Bawumia was deputy of Bank of Ghana and making us believe that the cedi can be equal to $1. Please, this can't happen any serious country. What's the slogan? That the value is the same. Degrading the Ghana cedi put us in this mess. Kufuor is the one who destroyed the cedi and should shut up. Mensah.
Okay. Roko Frimpong.
Mekanepa, the late Roko Frimpong. Hey, another mystery.
Ghana Kobeshoba.
Exactly how he died. Is that something you want to tell us? Do you want to give us?
Kufuor ne Bawumia.
Hello.
Ghana cedi na yecha. Yes, the value is the same. Almost the same, no.
Yeah.
Sikano, almost Sikano Kugu, Ghana Commercial Bank, almost had the Abano Abeche. Spending it back into the system. Kufuor. What is the difference between what Kufuor did and what Kufuor is doing? Kweku, what is the difference? There's no difference between Kufuor's government and Kufuor's government. Koku, let's go into the archives. Let's go for scandals, one after the other. Na yemfa metoto scandals ewo Kufuor do abem. Say, you know, the characteristics of the scandal, the people involved, the nature of it, how they are the same, the same modus operandi.
The same modus operandi.
So Kufuor also ran the kleptomania government just like Nanado. There's no difference between Kufuor's government and Kufuor's government. There's absolutely no difference. Correct. And that is the Empress Ghana for United team. That is my final words today. That Kufuor's government was no different from a Kufuor's government. And so the next time Kufuor want to address us, we will continue reminding him. Maybe he thinks we've forgotten. Maybe he thinks enough time has passed, so we've all forgotten how his government swindled this country, stole our resources, our oil blocks, shared our oil blocks to his cronies, stole state lands left, right, center, used state money to renovate his house and said it was from a cocoa farmer. Use our money to go and make gold watches and award himself. So what is the difference between Kufuor, you building state watches and honoring himself with a national award, and a Kufuor building a statue for himself?
Hey, you see,
what is the difference?
Something is really playing up here.
I'm telling you, sir, there is no difference between those two governments. That is a fact.
Something is in the making.
There is no difference between Kufuor's government and the Kufuor's government. Until Omwa Anna Mohamed Monasna and Tem say, oh, Kufuor time, Kana Mamone, yeah, oh, Kufuor the ne, yeah, oh, and a Kufuor crack time na bank for the Chesu, Bajabusia, make Kufuor Tanameti as a bank damages him. It's all propaganda and lies. Kufuor also superintended on the kleptomania government, just like Kufuor has done. That is their tradition. They are one and the same.
Property owning Democrats, what do you make of it?
They are one and the same. So let nobody come and hoodwink the young generation and try to throw dust in our eyes. We'll remind them, because for some of us it's still fresh in our minds.
Yeah.
We saw Kufuor's government. We saw it. I witnessed it. Where. And I know how the governance was. And so, please, I said I wasn't going to talk about this matter again. His Excellency, you know me, I have so much respect for you. You've served the country as a former president, as a statesman, and we respect and revere you. If you want to endorse Dr. Bawumia, that's your choice. Tell us that for me, President Kufuor, that is my choice. Nobody will fault you for that. But to come and add salt to our injury as Ghanaians who are suffering and reeling from this self-inflicted hardship, bestowed to us by the reckless and insensitive maladministration of President Kufuor and Dr. Bawumia, that has driven all of us into this crisis. Please, we won't take that. That's all.
We won't take that. That's all. Mensah Thompson, Executive Director, Emma Asepa, and Mensah will take leave of us because he's heading to another meeting. Mensah, you know better touch base another time. Na Yashe said Nyoma AC Etie. Thanks very much. Yankin messages, loads and loads of messages. And I said, we'll say, Bawumia is a big liar, and it is people who are greedy and never think of teachers, but rather buying fake mobile phones for SHS students. Or say, we should be sure that these foreigners who are spoiling our water bodies because of Akufo-Addo's Bawumia are not voters who can vote for Bawumia. Or say, Bawumia is a big liar. And these people who are, okay, Makano, okay, so I've read that message. Let's go on this one. I'll say hello, good evening to all your viewers. I am Festus from Takrady. Yes, ex-President John Kufuor is the one who spoiled Ghana. The message is coming like that. We so say, the NPP is the definition of criminality. It can be easily checked from the airports. The NPP leadership is responsible for this criminality. Kufuor knows what Bawumia did for him during the redenomination. He is fighting for contracts and jobs for his children. There was the supply of expired tomatoes for school feeding, but the coordinator was never punished under Kufuor. Kufuor failed to solve Dumso. Kufuor appointed a law appointed in law relations. I don't know what that means. I say more than 5 billion Ghana cedis HEPEC money could not be accounted. JAK only rebranded school buildings as HEPEC benefits. Not only Roko, the head of security at the Bank of Ghana, was killed in 2007 under bizarre circumstances during the redenomination. Quite issues coming up, is it not? We'll say, hi Kweku, tell the man I'm very happy with the man's saying. I'm sure you want to say you're happy of what the man is saying, is it not? All right. Let me see, what is this about? Some of the things you are saying are not for my reading, and I'm not going to tamper with it. We are saying, good evening. I'm Jeffrey from Kaneshim. MPP have nothing better for Ghanaians. All they want is political power. My kind Jeffrey William. Okay, we also say, good evening. Good evening, Kweku. I am Ransford from La Paz. Mr. Kweku, please ask the CDS that when they are going to call, or say, when are they going to call we those that finish our document on 2021 to 2022 recruitment? We are waiting for medical. When are they going to call us? Thank you. I'm sure they are listeners, so they will definitely respond to that. Good evening, Kweku. Former President Kufuor is one who destroyed Ghana cedis, making 1 cedi equal to $1. Him and Bawumia destroyed Ghana cedis. I think I've read this one, is it not? Okay, we'll say, please, what the gentleman is saying could be true, because that is the stature of the NPP government. Have you forgotten what the now minority leader, Fenyo Makin, made some of his constituency members sworn an oath at a river to cross themselves at a river at night? God is at work and they would be exposed for shame. They can't turn the hands of Ghanaian citizens for power. It shall never happen. God have mercy for our country, Ghana, because of 1,000 cedis. We all say this is so sad, and this shows our country, Ghana, is really not safe for our generation yet unborn. This year's election, all securities should be up in doing because their children, families will be affected when something goes wrong in the country. All right. Wanfanidi and share a hope. Well, see, immigration was hijacked by NPP government since Kufuor's time. The last immigration recruitment by Kufuor's era, Aliyu Muhammad's protocol, was 80% of the total recruit. NDC must watch these people with all eyes open. Tell Kufuor to shut up, else, please, I beg. Good evening, Kweku. Do you relate to your CEO in any way? Or see you guys look like brothers? Or see you guys look like brothers? Besides, you are doing a great job. Keep it up. Oh, my CEO. Kwesi, where are you? They say we look alike. Myself and my CEO, Kwesi. Kwesi, did you hear that? Wherever you are. So come and sit beside me. Let's do some one-on-one chit-chat. Yes, Kwesi, I've been told severally, and of course, even the MCR is responding affirmative that you and I look alike. Well, he's Kwesi and I'm Kweku, isn't it? So, I'll say, good evening, Kweku. Please, what this man is saying is true. My girlfriend is in immigration, and she told me about that. And I told her, baby, you are working for Ghana, not them. Is that what you said, baby? Okay. And of course, you are also sending the baby here. All right. I'll say, hi, Kweku Anam. Please, good evening. Thank you for the insight and the exposés and the enlightenment. With your program, I could see there is hope for Ghanaian youth. May God bless you and Mr. Thompson. Good one there, good one there. Kweku Anam, please. Anyway, I've been